Clearly, the YouTube algorithm hates me. Or even worse, it is apathetic about my channel. Either way, it seems like this should be a lose-lose when it comes to YouTube growth. But today I'm going to talk about how my channel has been growing in spite of the algorithm not noticing that my channel is even alive. If you are a YouTube creator with a small channel, for me, I've been saying that's under 1,000, but now that I'm getting close to 1,000, for me, it's like, okay, 5,000. 5,000, although I think YouTube counts like 100,000 or more as small channels. Anyway, if you are a small channel here on YouTube and you're feeling unseen and unheard by the algorithm, I'm hoping that what I talk about on this video about my personal YouTube growth will help you to feel inspired, enlightened, and hopefully with a thing or two you can do to keep your channel growing in spite of being ignored by YouTube. My name is Julie Jordan Scott. This is my channel, Aging Joyfully. I'm so grateful that you're here. Believe it or not, this channel, at Julie Jordan Scott, has been on YouTube since 2007. The caveat is I only started really trying to grow my YouTube channel a year and a month ago. That's when I really got into it. I think I started out with maybe 200 followers, subscribers. I don't even know. I still call them followers. That's the holdover from Instagram where I have over 6,000 followers. I've said it many times before, but the big change for me this time was that I have fallen into community. And now I have learned how to create community, how to be community. And that really is the secret sauce. But before we get there, let's talk about some of the data and some of what I've learned since the last growth video, which was 6 weeks ago. And I said something like, I'm not quitting. It was a really nice outdoor video. I made lots of mistakes, but it was still well received. But the algorithm has not helped me to grow at all. And now through some strange twist of fate, I'm up to 965 followers. Now, how did I get there? How did I get to almost 1,000? Well, there's something worth talking about how to grow your channel when the algorithm or YouTube isn't pushing you. Let me give you the real picture. I have some figures here, some data that I'm going to be looking at and sharing with you from my channel because that might help with your channel, especially if you're a small creator. Are there small creators out there? Do you know me already? Are you new to the channel? I would love to hear from you in the comments. In the last 30 days, my channel got over 15,000 views, which is amazing and blows me away. That went across videos in all different forms, from shorts to long form videos to live streams. All of those different ways of watching content from me. I create content in all of those content buckets. And out of the 254, it's actually now up to like 279 watch hours in the last month. Where did they mostly come from? My subscribers, my faithful subscribers, perhaps like you, have been watching my content and helping me to get that number of hours per month. Right now, my goal is to get up to 300 a month. And then from there, get up to 350 and 400 a month. And somehow I need to do that, even if the algorithm isn't waving a flag. Watch Julie, watch Julie, watch Julie. You know, I wish it would. And I need to be realistic and say, okay, what can I do? And that's what I've really been working on for the last month or so. At the end of June, I ran an experiment that was a live journaling workshop. And what I did was 5 days in a row, I went live. And a bunch of us, a group of us, were meeting night after night after night, journaling. And I would give prompts, several prompts over the course of those 5 days. The overall theme was to trust your becoming. What was so interesting about this was I have taught journaling and writing for 2.5 decades, but I was really nervous about trying this on YouTube. I've done it in person, I've done it online, I've done it on Zoom, I've done it in so many different ways, but for whatever reason, I had a real block about being on YouTube and doing this. What happened though was a big breakthrough. People really enjoyed this. Those who loved it, loved it. And I decided to do the long form version as well as the live version because when I did the live version, I was able to fine tune things from the questions people asked. So for me, it's like the live stream was wonderful for community building and for live feedback and for Q&A. And then I would take that, I would make it into a long form video. It was so interesting to see how that worked out. And my watch hours went through the roof. Well, for me, not for someone who the algorithm's actually pushing. One of the long form videos, it was probably the least successful. It was called Write with Your Heart, Not with Your Head. I think at last count, it had 47 views and 34 comments. My comment rate, my engagement rate is spectacular. These are people in my community saying, what you create matters to me. I am enjoying what you are creating. And that is what encourages me to continue. In fact, so much so that in the end of July and like the 3rd or 4th week of July and the 3rd and 4th week in August, I'm going to run 2 more journaling workshops so that I can practice in a different way, so that I can refine what I'm doing. And mostly because it was really affirming to take something that I had been hesitant to do and actually do it. What was also exceptionally fun about that was that the people who came and participated really got a lot out of it. One of the members was there every night and finally started journaling using the long form content that I created with the same prompts. So that was a great lesson too, that people will come along and they'll write, not necessarily live. They'll enjoy the lives and then they'll come back to the content that I created in the short form or actually long form. Oh, all these different kinds of content. I also know that not everyone on my channel is interested in journaling, and that's cool too, because unlike many people or unlike the algorithm says, my niche is aging joyfully. My niche is not aging joyfully through walking, although I do walking videos, or aging joyfully through YouTube growth, although I do YouTube growth videos. So I just looked up the figures. I have like a 72% comment rate. Astounding. So a couple of notes from what I just talked about. There may be something that you've done in the past or that you're particularly gifted in that you don't think much of. That might be exactly what your channel needs. Like me with journaling, I was hesitant. I was afraid it wouldn't go well. And when I finally got over myself and tried it, got such great feedback. Now, I've had all this momentum with the journaling videos and the workshops, the lives. My shorts have been tanking, absolutely tanking. I used to be able to count on my shorts to drive subscribers and to just get me pepped up because I would be getting 1,000, 1,500 views like nothing. And some of my videos in the last week have gotten like 25 views. But when I look at the comments, again, the comment ratio is high, so I'm just going to keep experimenting with shorts, but it has been kind of disappointing. I'm not sure what YouTube is doing with that. For some reason, people really like to see me with flowers. So I'm going to continue to do flowers as long as I can. So the reason I'm growing and that I'm not giving up is because of tenacity. Being stubborn, really wanting this, wanting to make a difference for people, wanting people to feel connection and community. I think I do that pretty well, whether it's live, in person, or whether it is here on video. So the thing is, I'm still here, I'm still making videos, and when people connect with me, they tend to come back. While I would like to be growing faster, I'm almost over 1,000. Hopefully I can be here by the end of July. We'll see, there's no guarantees. Yet, I'm willing to try new things. I'd love to do more collaborations. If you would like to collaborate with me, please comment and say, yes, I'd like to collaborate with you. That could be something like doing a video series together, a guest starring in a video. I still want to do the Love Notes videos. I'd love to do some interviews. I'm still thinking about a podcast somewhere in the future, but I have done interviews and I'd be happy to do some interviews with you. We could even swap interviews where I interview you and I put it on my channel and you interview me and put it on your channel. And it's a way to get to know one another as people. If you're a small content creator here on YouTube, what keeps you going? What are some of the things that you are experimenting with? I would love to hear about it in the comments. The thing for me is I don't just want to do lives. I don't just want to do long form. I don't just want to do shorts. Actually, my subscribers watch all 3 of those. And when I look at my analytics, I literally see a split between those 3 categories, and people are showing up for all of them, which is different than I hear from the gurus. How I've kind of worked it is, I do the shorts to reflect what I like the most. You'll see me hugging trees. You'll see my morning walk diaries. I did some stuff on writing and books this week. They went, For some reason, the flowers, that's my big hit right now. Finally, I'd really love to invite you to experiment like I did with journaling. If there's something from your past you haven't talked about on your channel, consider doing something with it. Unless you're already niched down really tight, it wouldn't be as good for you. But if you have some movement that you can make, why not try it out? The other thing is I'm going to go back to doing more Good Morning Love episodes. I realized as I was preparing for this video that I haven't done hardly any Good Morning Love videos lately, and I really like those. They are more like, let's just sit down and chat for 5 or 7 minutes. I miss doing those. And just because how life is this week, the next few weeks, that seems like the easiest kind of content for me to make right now. Sometimes easy is the way to go. Thanks again for watching. I so appreciate you being here. As always, I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take good care. I'm excited to help you to love your life more than ever as you get older. Because, you know, grow old with me, the best is yet to be. Or it's never too late to live your happily ever after. And none of these, in my world, is about romance. It's about loving life.